if you closely look our code we already created, I mentioned this. So let me do one thing. I am importing one default module known as Java Security. Let me optimize the imports. So as using X, there is no need to import that libraries again and again. So let me mention here importing libraries and importing the libraries. So I created one class to create a symmetric key, public class symmetric. In this class, what I'm mentioning, I mentioned my final string as AES, which is static. I'm performing as AES algorithm. Then function to create one key, I mentioned function, or you can method also. It's commonly known as method, not function in Java, to throw exception. Then it throws the exception if there is an exception. Secure random key, it's going to create random thing here with generation of key 256 with secure random, which is basically randomized, and is going to return me the key. Now before this, what I'm going to do, I need to mention the driver code. Driver code is basically nothing but main code. Driver code I'm mentioning. So let me create PSVM, public static void main, PSVM main method declaration. Again it should throws exception. If there is an exception, it should throw the exception for me. Now what I'm going to mention, I'm going to ask its symmetric key. So it's very easy. Secret key, Java X crypto thing, secret key with symmetric key. With which symmetric key I'm going to need to mention symmetric key. I'm going to mention here symmetric key is equal to, what is its symmetric key? Create AES key. Create AES key. So it will create AES key for me. Now what is going to mention is very simple thing. System.out.println output. Yeah. So it should print output for me. So this is my output console, you can say. And let me tell you one thing, create AES key and this function. Okay, so this is my function to create AES key. So it will print symmetric key for me. Then system.out. Here only println symmetric plus symmetric. Okay, so I will change here little bit later, but now this is my create AES key class, which is using AES key algorithm for this purpose, which is going to change this everything. So now let me run this using, you can go to this also, or control shift F10 also. I'm going to this tab and going to run. So it's currently building. In the build thing you can check, it's currently building. It will take time to build everything. So it's running task, doing its encryption. And when this is done, you can check this Java X crypto, this thing is done. But wait a minute, this is encoded? No, it's printing the direct thing. It's not encoded. So I need to encode it. Why I need to encode? Encode is just basically creating in the ciphertext. So this is not at all I required. This is just key specifying. I need to mention here more important thing to encode. So data type converter. So let me remove this. What I need to create? Data type converter. Data type converter. So wait a minute. If there is an error, let me go to this part and let me mention data type converter. Data type converter dot. I need to mention some print hexadecimal I needed to encode binary. So I will go to this part, data type converter, it's binary. Wait a minute, I need to use or import this also, there may be no error. So if you are checking this error, I will resolve this. It's very easy error. So it's a XML schema, so you need to object with this Java line. So if you are facing this error, go to this part, it will import. So it will download the Java EE that file for you. It will automatically index that part. So wait for some time to develop this. Why we required this, I will tell you, because that's a simple thing I created, but I need to mention symmetric key also. So it's very easy thing in Java, which is I'm going to mention. And this is the reason. Symmetric. So it is adding the dependencies, but sometimes there may be error in this, so better to go with Maven dependencies. It will directly add that dependencies. We need Java XML bind jar basically. So you may directly download such dependencies on the internet which are available. what I'm downloading, you need one Java XML bind dependency to create that thing. So let me check whether I'm okay. I'm having that dependency. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to mention that jar file here. So let me add one jar. You can directly add jar here also, from here also, or else go to file, project structure. Let me go to this project structure. If you can see this, go to libraries. Nothing is added, like these things are added already. I need to mention Java. So it will directly go to this. So let me go to where I stored that part. Where it's okay, Java XML file. Okay, click on enter. It will directly apply this. Apply. Click OK. So now you can check these dependencies are added. Like data type converter, which is basically my jar file is missing there. So I added my jar file, and now it's going to print this in hex binary and get in code. So let us run this again. It's currently building. So wait for some time to build this. So why we required to create or generate this key before developing actual algorithm we are going to develop? Why we required this? Two parts. Key generation is very important first. Without key generation you cannot do anything. So now this is my key. So let me do one thing. If you can see, this is my key. Let me copy this key. Okay, now why I used random thing here, and let me paste this key for remember. As you can see, it is 256 bits is deploying in this. It is 256. Now let me run this again. What I want to show you, I want to show you why I use secure random algorithm here. Randomly changing the key. Key should not be always same. I should not always use this same, because anyone can crack this again later part. So now you can check bit by bit this key is different. So we developed one code which helps to create symmetric keys always. So this is my encryption key, which is I am going to use to encrypt one data. Using that data only, it will decrypt that part. Hope you understand. In the next part, what I'm going to do, let me copy this also and let me show you in this also. It is not copied. The first part is not already copied. So let me copy this and let me why it's not. Copy. Let me paste this. Another different. So we can generate such keys using AES algorithm, advanced encryption secure algorithm. Also I use secure random to create securely random changing these keys. So if you want to check, you can check this. It is purely 256 bits. I'm telling about bits key size. For D it's hexadecimal, so it's printing. And remember, I need one XML Java XML bind data type here, so you need to download this. I added to this also. So where is that thing? I'll added the library in this also. Hope you understand. In the next part, I'm going to create actual algorithm, how it's going to work and how it's going to encrypt and decrypt data. Hope you understand. Thank you.